Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I hope you're all having a great day, enjoying your day, whatever you're doing. I hope it's bringing you enjoyment and happiness. So I am happy playing with my yarn today. I have some pieces I have made here and I'm just going to put this together. I'm creating another gnome. This one is going to have some purple flowers. And so, if you missed a video, I made a gnome with a daffodil flower just the other day. And so I have these knitted hats that I'm turning into gnomes. So in Louisiana, it is not hat weather. And I've got a stack of these knitted hats. It's in kind of spring colors. So I'm turning them into plushies of all sorts. But right now I'm working on a little spring gnome series. Alright, so I took this hat and I stuffed a little bit of stuffing in it. Not much, just a tiny bit. And I have made some pieces. I have some a vine, which I had just chained some green, like mint green. Let's see, I have a couple of leaves here that I have made. And on another video, several videos ago, I did show you how to make leaves. And I showed you how I'm making my gnome noses. And then I made some little flowers. And I have showed that on a video before. I made just a little coil. And I have shown this on a video before, I know. I just made a little coil thing for like little decoration. And I made two pieces for a mustache. And so I'm kind of trying to like curl it up a little to give it that Big Daddy look. I'm trying to curl up his mustache a little bit. And if I'd had a pattern that curved up like that, it would have worked just fine. But since I'm making it up as I go and not following a pattern on that, I'm having to like shape it a little bit. But it's going to work out. It's going to be fine. So I have the body of my gnome stuffed. And now, in the last video, some people said, or someone said that, why did you overstuff it? I can see stuffing. But you can't. These are double layered. There's no way you're going to see stuffing. Now this one, you might see a little tint on the inside because it is blue on the inside of the hat. But it's okay. It's just a stuffed animal. It's not like, you know, this is going to make a big difference in somebody's life. The other one, I don't know what color was on the inside of it, but she thought she could see stuffing, but it's not. They're double layered. You can't see stuffing. And so I put a little bit of stuffing in this just to give the hat a little something up there to, you know, so it's got something in it. And my hat sizes don't match up right and all that. I might put a big hat on a little body or a little body on a big hat. Wait, I might put a big hat on a little body or I might put a little hat on a big body. It doesn't matter. It's a gnome. They're supposed to look goofy. Okay, that's the whole thing about gnomes. They look goofy. They don't make any sense because they're not real. So anyway, I am going to figure out where I'm putting my nose and mustache and so I can get my hat situated. But I need something back here. I need a little kickstand. So I have these Amazon long needles. They're 6 inches long. Someone did ask me that. And I replied, but you know, I don't always see replies to YouTube comments. And so other people may not either. So those long plastic needles that I use, they're 6 inches long and they did come from Amazon. Just search long plastic needle. Okay, so I know you're at like an angle that you might not be able to see just wonderful, but it's only for a little bit. Then I can change it around and show you how it's turning out. But anyway, I got my glue gun warming up. I can feel heat coming off of it. So I'm going to get my needles because I use them to hold my parts on while I'm working. So I want my hat about like that. So I'm going to stick a needle here and a needle here. Okay, and then, Sassy, get down, get down. I'm not very happy with Sassy, and I'll tell you that story in a minute if I don't forget. Okay, and so I'm going to turn this up a little. And I'm going to try to make it where that is up, because someone did suggest that. Great suggestion. I should have did that on the last one, and I kind of was thinking it, but then it just ended up not going that way. In the end, I didn't do it, but it's okay. I'll do it right here. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm trying to put my nose and stuff on here. But I want this up under the hat enough that, see, that's the problem. I have to get that up, coming up under that. So this needs to come up a good bit more. And then I'll kind of pull it down to where I'm working. So I'm going to put my mustache on, and I'm going to kind of connect. I want it to come down a little like that. So I'm going to kind of look a little V. That cat, she's the boss, not me. I have no say-so on what goes on my desk, obviously. So I'm going to put this on kind of high up here and leave a V right here. And that's where my nose is going to be. And I'll just pull my hat down right on that. Okay, so why am I mad at Sassy? Because it's my fault, but she jumped up here on my desk yesterday, and I had my tray of safety eyes out. Oh, yes, yes, yes. She knocked those safety eyes down onto the floor. They came crashing down. All those safety eyes, safety backs, everything spilled out on the floor here right up under my chair. Well, I could not get down on the floor to pick all those up, right? And so, Sassy girl, I'm getting a little upset with you. That's hot. Don't. No. So anyway, I ended up having to call Zeke to come down and pick those up. And thankfully, I caught him before he had to be somewhere, because they were fixing to leave to go somewhere. And I caught him just in time, because I couldn't even get to my desk with those safety eyes all over the floor. But thankfully, he came down and cleaned up all those eyes. Bless his heart. I appreciated that so very much. Because like I said, I couldn't get down there to get them. I couldn't get to my desk to work. And so Sassy don't even care. She don't care not one bit that I was upset with her. She's like, you shouldn't have left them sitting there. Yes, Sassy, I know that. I know that, Sassy. So that's my mustache, and like I said, I did leave a V right there. That's where my nose is going to go, and then my hat's going to come down right at the top of that nose. I just love creating and just making this up as you go and just having fun. Now, I do have some Gnome books, and I looked through those, like I've said many times before. I looked through those and got some inspiration, and I love the Gnome books and looks of gnomes and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be using some of those and making some more gnomes. I'm going to crochet some and also make some on my knitting machine when I need to make a bunch up real quick to get in my booth. That knitting machine is great for that. Okay, I'm going to put my nose on here. Oh, so what I was going to say is I looked through a spring gnome book that I have for some inspiration here. And that's where I got the idea for the mustache, like that. I don't know what Sassy's over here doing, but I'm sure she's up to no good. And so I am covering that up. I want to make sure that V is covered up here from the bottom so you can't see it. But then the hat's going to kind of cover the top of the nose and the rest of the V up there. So I'm just holding it on, letting my glue get cold so it will harden. And Sassy is trying to chew on my needles. Sassy. She just gets up here and knocks everything around. But Sassy, I'm going to pull you down, baby. Come here. Come here, Sassy. Here, you can get in my chair with me. Come on. Her claw's stuck on my shirt. Sassy girl. Okay, why don't you go play somewhere? Alright, so is my nose on there good? Okay. Now, I gotta get the top of my hat on here. And so what I want to do is just kind of pull that down and kind of leave it folded up, but kind of drape it around the nose a little. Does that make sense? So I'm going to put some glue right at the top of my nose and then set my hat on it. As I was about to say before, this is my favorite type of projects where you're just creating and making it up as you go and, you know, just having fun with it and just making it up and have fun. I love to create, you know, my own stuff. Now I'm going to come around that nose a little bit. Just like that. I'm going to put a little on the nose and a little on the top of that mustache and get my hat just kind of stuck to it. That way it kind of hides the top of the mustache. And I'll get the other side. I think this is going to be a cute gnome. I love the dandelion, not dandelion, daffodil. It was a daffodil flower that I'd put on that one. And I think this one is going to be just as cute. I'm excited about it too. So, again, I'm just kind of mashing that in to hold it down. All right. Now, my mustache, I was wondering if I needed to glue that coming up some, but I'll check that out at the end. Right now, let me just see if I got this done the way I like it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue in the back here to glue this down. And I'm just going to lay that down and glue that on. What are you guys working on and doing today? How are you spending your well, it's Friday here for me right now. But, how are you spending your day? Whether it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or whatever. And yes, that is the way we say those days of the weeks down here in the South. Sunday, Monday. That's the way I say it. Somebody asked me about that. So I asked my friend Angela, I said, say the days of the week for me. And she said them, and I was like, it's the same exact way I say them. Yeah, sometimes different regions of the United States or other places, we might pronounce words a little differently, you know, especially being in the South, and we might say things a little different. It's okay. All right, let's see. Oh, I got some either hair or strands from this all up in there. Get another glue stick. My plan is to work on some projects today and get as many little things as I can get done today, and then go to the market tomorrow and leave my stuff up there. So it'll be there for, I'm gonna go early, so it'll be there for Saturday. Okay, so it would be cuter if that was a different color under there, but it happened to be white, and the mustache happens to be white, but it's okay. It's all okay. And I do like his little handlebar mustache. Okay, so that's what we have going on so far. Now, I got some a leaf, a vine that I crocheted. So I want to start this. And a vine, it doesn't have to be any kind of certain way, but I'm going to start this kind of on the top. I think I'll start it on the back, coming like that. And I'm just going to wrap it around. And in the end, I'm going to have too much. So I'm going to wrap it several times around the bottom part of the hat. That's going to be just fine and dandy. And that's the way I want it. So right now, I'm just going to... I'm just going to put some glue around and start attaching this. I can always come back and add a little more under the edges of this if I need to. Okay, so I'm just kind of swirling it around. No right or wrong. And I could be stretching it a little bit tighter, but I don't really want to distort the shape of my hat. So I'm just kind of going with it. And I may not have as much rope left over at the end as I thought I was going to have, but because I was thinking I was going to have rope left over at the end and wrap it around the bottom part of this a couple of times. And I thought that would be cute, but I may not have as much left over in the end to do that. All right. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is just putting this on and this is a mint green. I don't know what color it's showing up or how well it's showing up on the camera there, but it is a mint green. Whoa. Alright, let me let that dry for just a second. So I kind of just got a spiral coming down, wrapping around the hat. Alright. It's easier just to do it in little sections at a time. Okay, let's see. I'm probably not giving it enough dry time before moving it around, but that's just, you know, so the video doesn't end up for hours. Now, this can kind of go behind that a little. That's what I can do. So I'm just laying this vine on top of the glue. I'm going to stick some behind that. And then I'm going to come over here and start gluing it again. And I am going to glue this down in the end. So I don't know. I just thought this would be cute. And we'll see how it turns out, if we decide if it's cute or not in the end. Let me put a little glue, more glue. Now y'all know that Premier has that sale going on. I'm sure it's going off like very soon, and a lot of stuff is sold out, but they have yarn 25% off, so some of it's like $2 a skein, $2 and $3, $4, depending on what you order. But go hop over there. I'll leave my link under this in the description box, so you can go check them out and see if there's any colors that you need and they still have in stock. I did place my order. Got me some sweet potato yarn. Sweet potato. Y'all gotta admit, that's a great name. And so I'm gonna make a doll and give her some sweet potato hair. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, I thought at the end this would probably wrap around, like just wrap around a couple of times. And it's not wrapping around as much as I thought it would. Here on the bottom, I thought I'd have about 3 strands going around it. But it's not, and that's okay. I'm still just trying to see what I got going on here. It didn't work out like I was thinking it was, but it's okay. I can still just pull it up right here. That's what I'm going to do. And I know sometimes this gets in an awkward position, and it might be a little hard to actually see from certain angles, but in the end, you'll see it. You'll see it all come together. And like I said, I'm not stretching it. I could, and it would have went further, like I was kind of thinking it was going to, but I don't want to distort my shape of my hat, right? So I didn't want to distort that and it come out, you know, not looking right. So and then after I finish the whole thing, I will go back and just check it to see if it has any edges that need a little dot of glue to hold it, you know, a little better. Okay, so that's excellent. And I have this hanging down here. So I am going to put a little dot of glue right here. So I got to change my vision a little bit. Because, yeah, I was thinking at the end I was going to have about 2 or 3 strands of this just kind of wrapped around it, kind of messy like. So I'm just changing my vision. And also in my vision, I had that ending over here on this side. And so I was thinking all my cutesy stuff was going to go right here. But guess what? It decided it wanted to be on this side. So that's what we're going to do. We can just change it up like that. Because that's the way crafty people do it. When it don't come out one way, we just change it up to another way. Okay, so I made this little curly thing. I used this in doll hair, crochet doll hair. If you search that on my channel, you will find how to make the little curly curls. I'm not sure if I want to take that on around or if I just want to end it there. We can't see it. So I think I will just bring it on around because you really can't see it after I put my stuff there. It's no use in having it hanging down. All right. I love my glue gun. Okay. Well, you know what? Now that I did that, I can go back and do my little vision on this side. It doesn't really matter, but let me just see. Let me look at the overall thing with the nose, the beard, the mustache. I don't know, in my vision, I had it ending over here and had this coming down, but it could also totally come on this side. But I think I like it better on this side, just because that was my vision for the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is put some glue right here and just stick that on there, like it's kind of coming off of that vine. Alright, now I'm just pressing that on there. And I might have to go back and make some more leaves. I don't know. Let's see. Now I'm going to just put a purple flower on that. Yep. I have 3 purple flowers. I don't think that needs a leaf coming out from under it, but let's just look. So a flower is going to go there. A flower is going to go here, and maybe one let's see, here and here. I was looking to see a small one to go right here probably, okay? And then I don't know if I really want it on the top of the head. I don't know. I don't know, but I know that I need one right here. And a leaf is going to go up under it. So let me see. And you can look and see if you have a spot that like just needs, that didn't just look perfect, and that can go the part like right on top of the leaf. So that's what I'm going to do, is just put some glue right here. And then I'm going to take my leaf and make sure I'm putting the part that I want seen facing down. So that's the way it's going to look. Let me go ahead and check out these leaves. This is a cutesy little leaf, so it kind of needs to go up there on the top one, I think. And I'm just going to put it, I'm just going to put some glue on the end of this, the very tip of it here, and just put that leaf on top of it. Just pay attention to, you know, the part of your leaf that is the outer part that you want seen, and the part that you know, the back side, you want it to be up when you're gluing it down like this. You want the back of the flower and the back of the leaf. So just double check that kind of stuff. All right. Okay. Well, I already know that I want one over here. So that one, I got strings hanging down everywhere. That one, I'm going to put right here on top of this part of the coil. And I'm going to put my leaf kind of going up. And I'm not going to glue my leaf down, because I want it to kind of be 3D, 2D. I'm not sure what you actually call that, 2D. So I want it to kind of stick out some like that. Just like that, right? but I might put a little bit under the flower part. I might put a little bit of glue right up under there to kind of, whoa, stuck my finger right in it. Okay, and then I'll come back and touch up wherever I need to add some, you know, glue. All right, so which one over here? All right, I'm gonna put my glue. Oh, I need to get some more glue. So I had made 3 flowers because I figured 3 would probably be a good number to put on that. I can kind of reshape everything as I, you know, as it gets finished. Okay, so I have a purple flower there, a purple flower here, one more purple flower, and I could put it just right here at the top. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. It might look a little odd, but in the end, I think it will look fine. And gnomes look odd. Have you ever saw a normal looking gnome? No, we haven't. Ugh. So there we go. And I'm gonna lay that down just to kind of mash these in a little bit. So it's supposed to look like a gnome with a handlebar mustache, and there's a vine circling around his hat, and then he's got some flowers growing on that vine. So how do we do? Do we pull it off? That's not straight up on top. You can see it from the front. Just want you to see that. And over here we just have a vine, a little squiggly thing hanging down with a flower and a leaf. Yeah. I love it. I think he looks marvelous. He looks so ready for spring. He is ready for spring to happen. And that is awesome. So what do y'all think? How do you like it? I do have some bees, and I could add a bee somewhere. Someone had mentioned that for my other daffodil one, and so I'm going to add a bee to it. Now, I might come back late tonight if I get a burst of energy and crochet some arms like this and come back and add them to my gnomes. It won't be these arms. These go to a doll that I'm also working on, but I might come back and just add some arms in like that. I think I need to, but the thing is, am I going to have time to do it? I have a bag of buttons, but I gotta find them, so I might end up adding a bee or a ladybug or something like that to it, because that would be cute also. Alright guys, well thank you for watching. I hope that, you know, you got some kind of inspiration, some ideas, and I like it. I like it. I like that it looks springtime. Alright, thank you, and I'll see you later, friends. Friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I enjoy my time with you. I hope you enjoyed watching me put this gnome together. I hope you got some inspiration for a project that you might have been thinking about doing and ready to get started now. Just remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet, and I will see you all in the next video. I love you, friends.